and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got kit number 81 from Tonic Studios, and this one is called the Tiny Twist Box. So we'll have a little look inside the box and see what we've got, and then I'm going to make a couple of things up with it as well. So I can see already that it's time for a new little folder. Every 3 months you'll get one of these, and you'll get one this month, and 3 of these little wallets fit inside that. So let's first of all just take my little sticker and attach that to the front of this part, and then I'll know what goes in there. I'll have a little look at the dies first of all. So I've already taken the packaging off them and the packaging off the stamps as well, just to give us a clearer look at it. And I think I'll maybe just set it on top of my white mat here. There we are. Not the cleanest, but it'll show you what we've got anyway. So these are all the components that make up the little box, and that photo's a bit blurry, so let's hope there's a better one inside. And that's the little box there. So I'm guessing, I'm not too sure, but I'm guessing this must turn around tiny twist box. Yeah, anyhow, do you know what? I haven't made it yet, as you can probably tell, but I will make it and then we'll see how it works. But it's the tiny twist box, so it's got to be something to do with the lid. And these are all the pieces, but I reckon that you could use some of these, actually quite a few of them, on cards as well. So bear that in mind. And also, another thing just to remember, it does bear repetition. Whenever you get these kits, don't just use it with the colours that are in there, because once you've used up the card that's in the kit, this would look totally different. And obviously really, really nice as well in different card, even different textures of card. So do bear that in mind and think about that as well. It gives you a lot of extra mileage out of this, and to use all these circles and little frames and whatnot in different ways as well. Now I'll come back to that in a bit, but I just want you to see here there are instructions there as well, so that should give both you and I a little guideline as to how to go with that. We've also got some card in this wallet as well here, so I'm just going to open it up. I'm sure by now I know all the names of these, but let's just have a look and see what we've got. Oh, teal, and that is really lovely. I actually love teal and turquoise and things like that. So you've got 2 sheets of teal, 1 of ocean blue, 1 of marigold yellow, 1 of ivory, and then this feels like 300 GSM smooth card in white. This is pearl frost pearlized card, and this here is lemon luster pearlized card as well. And this is Flanders blue speciality card, so there's a lovely little pattern in that one as well. So those are really, really lovely colours, and you can see them made up, well, just about on that one as well. Then we're going to have a little look at what's inside this bag. So this time we've got pastel highlights, and these are coloured pencils. And there are 12 different pencils in there. We've also got a glitter marker. Now don't forget, whenever you get that, I'll actually just open it out and show you. Whenever you get this glitter marker, it doesn't look like it's going to be usable right away because it's got a white tip on it here. So you need to just pump it up and down like that a bit, and then the colour will start to flow down into the nib. It does take a little bit, but it's a beautiful pen whenever you get that going. And then we've got this Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll know I absolutely love this stuff. I use it just the way it is, and I also use it with one of the little fine applicators on there as well. And we've also got some crystal drops. Now these are metallic and they're called Neptune turquoise. So I'll just put a little drop of this out and you'll see what that looks like as well, because this has a beautiful shine off it. You can use that like that. You can make just drops out of it. Small drops, big drops. They're self-leveling, so if you just leave them, they will settle down and have a lovely rounded dome on the top. So either way, you could sort of write with them or that, or you can spread them. You can do all sorts of things with them as well. but that's lots and lots of lovely stuff in there. So I'm going to have a little look at the instructions. I'm going to do some die cutting and I'll be right back. But in the meantime, don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, I would really, really love you to do that and hit the notification bell. I am going to be having lots and lots of videos for you to watch. There's lots of Tonic craft kits already, so if you've already got some of these and you want to see how they work, go back through my little craft kit playlist and you can see some there as well. So don't forget to hit that notification bell. If you are enjoying it, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment. And my affiliate links to everything I use in most of my videos will be down below in the description. So thank you to everybody who uses that as well. But I'll be right back. Well, in between the last video clip and this, I have gone ahead and made a little box. So I've learned an awful lot of things and hopefully I'll be able to share them with you and make life a lot easier. That's what it does. And I've die cut this little piece with the arrow on it to show you that you actually just twist that handle and you'll find the little secret opening here. So first thing, I really had difficulty with the instructions and I couldn't make sense of them, but that might just be because I wasn't thinking straight today. But I think I've found an easier way of making it anyway. The cutting list, absolutely fine, everything, but then from then on I just couldn't get my head around it. So anyhow, enough of that, but I'll show you how I've done it. You need to cut out all the pieces, and then the first thing I learned was make sure you decorate everything fully before you try to assemble it, because I was trying to rush ahead and see how the little box was made, and you definitely need to have all these pieces on before you do it. You can do it afterwards, but it's much easier. Now, the next thing is just to help guide where you put these little apertures and whatnot. So there's a little circle die and you'll need to cut that out of some of these pieces. It's this one. And just to get that showing properly, whenever you die cut your pieces, it depends on how much pressure there is in your machine. You will see a little outline here, but you can make that a lot more visible as I have done on this one, and I'm just going to show you how to do that. So you'll cut out 2 of the bigger ones of these, 2 of the smaller ones, and you'll need to do exactly the same thing on both of these. So I've just taken a stylus, this is it, and then let's just see now if this is the smaller one. Yeah, so pop your die, cut back into your die, and then you'll feel here where this circle is, and just go around that with your embossing tool or your stylus, and there you are. There's that marked more, and it's more prominent. You can use that then just to set this little die on top of, and you can tape that down and then run it through your die cutting machine. It makes it a lot more visible and a lot easier to do that. So this is my inner pieces, and those are my inner pieces, and those are the outer areas. So I have cut one out already here, and this will show me where I've to put the little die cut on at the front as well. It just shows the placement of that really, really well. And then on this one, on the inside, then that's where this little piece goes, or whatever you're going to put in there. So first of all, I'm going to die cut this one, and then I'll join both of these together, the outside and the inside pieces. Ta-da! I have cut all of this out, decorated it, and I was going out for lunch, so I just left it aside. I normally wouldn't even put those drops on at this stage, but because I was going out and I knew they would be dry when I came back, I just went ahead. And you can see I'll actually need to put more on the top there, because if you put a crystal drop into a recess, it levels sort of with that and then goes into a little dimple. And if you wanted to sit up, you need to add a second drop onto the top of that. That's just how it works. It's not a problem. So I'll show you what I've done. I've taken this die that sort of makes the little ring, and I have cut that out and put it on here over this aperture, and I've put one here. And this is the inside piece, and I wanted to just make that very, very strong there. So I've put another one in the inside of it, so inside and outside, and then I've put one here and one here. And then I took these 2 dies together, so it's the circle one and then this patterned one, and I cut that out and I've glued that on in the center here. Then I have taken these 2 dies together and I've cut that out 4 times. This is the outside one, so I've cut that out 4 times and put it round there. And then I have taken the little dies, now it's this one and the outer one, which I may have mislaid while I was out there, but it's on my desk somewhere. There's an outer die that fits around that one, and I've cut that out twice to go here, and then I've got another one whenever these get joined together that will go there. There it is. So it's that one and that one together. Now there's a smaller one which I've cut just to put on here, and I didn't do it on the inside of this one. And you can see when I turn it around, you can actually see the little seam, and I think there's enough room there to put it on, and it'll cover that seam as it goes round. Now I took the same die that I used here, and I cut the centre of that out in ivory, and then I stamped one of the little stamps on it, and I put that in there. Now I didn't do any of that on here except this little piece on the back there, because I didn't think it was going to fit inside, but it does twirl quite nicely with that as well. So now I am just going to take a pen, like a Nuvo alcohol marker or something like that, something that doesn't have a flat edge on it, and I'm just going to give these a little shape just so that they mould around and don't have a little bend in them. I'm going to do that with both of them, and then I'm going to join the ends together on both of them. I've used the 2 circle dies, and I've actually cut them out 4 times each. So the larger ones I've cut out in the pearl luster card, lemon luster it is. It's a little bit stiffer, and that's going to be on the outside cylinder. And I've used the marigold yellow in the Craft Perfect classic card. I've cut that out 4 times here to go on this little piece here. So I have all those little areas all folded in, as you can see on the inside there, and the top ones there are sitting upwards, and I'm going to first of all pop one of these down inside, glue it to those tabs, turn it over and put another one on here, and then I'll do the top after that. But for now I think it's easier if I just put the glue right out at the edges here, the whole way around, and then slide this down inside. It's just a wee bit quicker than putting the glue on the tabs, although either way works, as long as you've got it out to the edges. You can do that, and then just pop that down in there. So you'll be able to just run your finger around the inside of that and make sure all those little glue tabs are caught with that glue. And when they're all attached together, turn it over. Now I like to leave it just for another minute or two, but turn it over and then put this one on, and that covers all those little glue tabs and strengthens all of that as well. Whenever that's in place, then I can go ahead and add the top part onto this inside area. So I've taken one of the pieces, and that's got to go inside those little tabs, and I find the easiest way to do this is just to add some double-sided tape the whole way around there. You could add sort of like a snail runner or whatever around that if you like, but I prefer this because it catches better. I'll probably add a dot or 2 of glue as well, just to make sure it's totally secure, but it's actually going to be glued on this area to the next piece which covers the tabs anyhow, so that's probably safe enough just to hold it. So I'm going to do that. Take the release tape off that, and then I'll pop this in here. Now it can go down in there and just get attached by all those little areas there. So if you just fold one over, and then you can go across to the other side right opposite that, like there, and pop that in. Now, some of them might just pop out as you're working at it, but you just put it down in again. It's actually quite easy if you turn the thing over, and you can put your finger inside here and press them all down, and there'll be a little bit of it sort of overlapping where it's going to stick to your surface just for a little bit. There you are, they're all held in place. That then just needs some glue on it, and you can add the next one right over on top of that. So I'm going to put extra adhesive on the outside edges of all these tabs the whole way around, some in the centre, and we're good to go with the next one. Then again, I can turn that over. You can feel it the whole way around there, and then you'll know that it's all in the right place, so that it's nice and centralised. Turn it over, and that's your little sort of drum made, but put your finger inside and press down on the bottom there and just make sure that you have it all in the right area. Now remember, whenever you're putting it inside the next part, to keep this the right way up, because you don't want that to be upside down and then it's all ruined. Now we're going to take the next one, and I'm just going to put the bottom into this one for the moment. So again, I've got 4 pieces, as I said, with the lemon luster, and I'm going to put glue around the outside of this, drop it down in, so it doesn't really matter which way up this one goes at the moment, it's fine. So just glue around the bottom, or the outside edge here, and drop that down in. Make sure all your little glue tabs are inside, and there you are. And it's exactly the same process, but we're just going to do the bottom of it this time. I've used the 2 circles inside there, the 2 larger ones, top and bottom, and then on the other 2 large ones I've just set them both together and popped this little die into the centre and centralised that, run it through, and then I've got the little circle hole in the centre of both of those. Now I actually wanted an extra little one of these circles, so I just put a piece of card in behind this little die and got myself another one. I don't think it mentions that in the instructions, but I just thought I'd like another one, and we'll come to that in a minute or two. Now, the next bit is to pop this inside and make sure, if this is the bottom, that your writing's the right way up in that one, and just slip this little part down in there, and one of these has gone in. All you need to do is flick it back up again with your tweezers or whatever, but if you have them popped back, that should be fine. And you see there, you can read that through that, so it's the right way up. Now what I need to do is put one of these inside here, and I've got double-sided tape on that, and I've taken the release tape off it. I'm just going to set that right in there again, making sure all these are outwards. And now I can go ahead and add some glue on there and put this on top. So you see where the little debossed lines are? You can just about see them there. You want to make sure that those are straight across from the centre of this to the centre of this. Now, I wasn't really thinking of that when I did this one, so this one's slightly off kilter a little bit, but now that I know, I'm just going to make sure I get it in the right place this time. So a little bit more glue all around there. Don't get any glue in that centre bit, you don't want it there. And there, on you go. Just make sure it's right out to the edges, and that will hold this next piece in place. So that goes there, and again line these 2 marks up just like that. Now to make the little handle for the top that I've got here, you'll cut this piece out twice, and then you have a little piece that goes around the outside of that, which is this, and I've cut that out here, and then I've taken a little decorative part, so that's an outside hexagon and a little floral part. I've used a different one on that one, and this is going to go on the top. So I have taken 2 of these. I'll show you ones that I haven't started on yet. 2 of these, and all you need to do is glue them directly on top of each other, so that you've got I need more glue right out to the outside there, so that you've got all of the outside areas covered. You've got these the whole way around like that. So whenever that glue dries, which should only take a second or 2, fold all of these down and fold all of those tabs in. And now to attach this, all you need to do is put glue in there, all these tabs the whole way around. You'll fold that over and bring this up. Now it's just a little bit fiddly to hold on to, so I set it down on the desk, just take my time and hold one of them together. You could put a peg in, but then there's not enough room to keep adding pegs, so you just hold it. You can hold it with your tweezers even, and then the next part just goes in there. Set it down, level it up, and then you're ready to go on to the next part. It should then look like that, and just leave those little pieces protruding like that at the minute, and don't fold them back just yet until you pop them through the centre of this, and then you'll be able to put glue on the back of them and fold those little areas back out, and that holds that sort of snugly in place the whole way around. So just like that, and you can fold these all back like that, and then I just put them on a flat surface and press down the whole way around. I've glued this lovely little piece on top, and I will be adding a crystal drop onto that, but then I have the fallouts from these areas here, and I'm going to glue 2 of them onto there. Just like that. One right on there and one on top of that. Now I've got the 2 little pieces that came out of here. I'm going to glue those together, and I'm just adding an extra one onto it just to be sure that I have enough space to clear whenever I try to move this around. So 2 of those together, and then this one on top. You can just add 2 if you like, but I do prefer to have 2, an extra one, and those will get glued in there. Now you'll notice I'm not putting the glue too far out, sort of out to the edges there, because when I set this down it will spread out anyhow, and I just don't want anything to attach that doesn't need to at this stage. So that's going there, and then this gets glued centrally on top. Now have a look whenever this is in the correct position here, where you want these pieces, and they should be pointing towards those little debossed lines. And again, you only want glue on here. You don't want any glue on getting on this area at this stage. And then pop this on top. Now I can go ahead and add the little decorative pieces on here. I've got to hold this one really carefully now, because I've got all the drops back on again, and they're not quite dry. So anyhow, you can see I've got them on the top here and right around here. I've just filled them in again. So I actually used what was the little handle from this one. I've made it 3 times and made little feet on that one, and that's just another little way of using that as well. But do not try to turn that around at the top until that glue is really dry. But I'm tempted to try and do it. It's almost dry enough to do on that one, but I'm just going to leave it, and I'll show you again how it works here. So there you are. I hope you've enjoyed those. Thank you very much for watching yet again. I really love your feedback, so don't forget to let me know if you've enjoyed it, and let me know which one of these is your favourite. I actually quite like those little feet on that. I thought that was really nice, and they would be nice in that one as well, but I just want to leave it so you can see that it happens both ways is actually nice. So if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to do that and hit the notification bell, and leave me a little comment, and give the video a big thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And don't forget too that my affiliate links for everything that I use will be down below in the description. And I hope to see you again very soon. But in the meantime, happy crafting. Thank you. Bye bye.